here in Group B. Once again, for those of y'all that don't remember what's on the line, you get first, you skip the best of one quarterfinals, that floor is lava type of moment. You get last, you skip the rest of the competition, you go home.
Yep. There's a lot of skipping. One, you don't want to skip that last part.
No, you don't want to skip that much. That's not really the grand scheme here. Keep your eyes on this mid lane the entire time, man. Quantum Kassadin versus Peckinwolf on the Zoe. Very interesting stuff here between these two. Doubtful and Master Fiend on the Nunu and the Ivern together. So both of these champions, neither of them needs a huge economy to be in a good spot in the game. It's not like the Graves and the Nocturne from the previous game where if they fall behind, they just feel awful. Nunu and Ivern will both have plenty of utility to contribute to the fights no matter what, and we really want to see them chain ganking.
Yeah, and if you're not aware of how, like, for the fans out there, of how Ivern pass, if he's starting from bot side, he's gonna end bot side. Like, he's gonna be able to pick up his camps there, and he might turn into a gank if you see how far Saber and Stunt are pushing out. So that's something that I have to be concerned about. But seems like he doesn't want to, in my opinion, deal with Nunu. I want to see how healthy Nunu actually gets on this clear if he goes on Scuttle Crab, if he get a gank off as we're looking at the top lane.
Yeah, Nunu's feeling all right about now. Back up here in the top lane. Cookie Man here on the Cho'Gath versus Autolycus on the Ornn. Both of these two will be able to do a ton of tanking on the front line as this game moves forward, especially if Cookie Man's able to have a nice early game, get a couple of extra feast stacks off of some kills. Cho'Gath just becomes a wall to get past.
Yeah, it's really tough. And it's one of those things where if you have like an assassin like Kassadin, it can become really difficult to play out a team fight. If he ever steps, ults in, obviously missteps, you get silenced from Cho'Gath, locked down from either Cho or the Ivern. So like he has to play his cards well. And I think for the most part wants to play on side lanes and try and pull Zoe out in no man's land. Speaking of pulling Zoe, seems like we might find a dive here.
And they're just walking over the ward. It doesn't matter. They're here to commit. They're here to make the play. Rupture comes out. Autolycus using the flash nice and early, getting away from that one, making sure they don't have the setup. But now, with that many players topside, it's doubtful invading the enemy jungle. He'll just steal away the Krugs here. Shouldn't have too difficult of a job with that one. Smite's ready to go. There it is. Big Krug down. Remember that the Krugs have been changed in Season 11. You can't just eat the big one and get most of the camp anymore. You must clear away those little ones too. Doubtful sticking around to do that. But Saber's stuck underneath the tower. And Saber's going to burn away its first blood over to Team Yassuo.
You hate to see it. The plan was there. Stalled for Nunu so he could take the camp as the wave crashes in, but it's on Helicopter that gets that nice hook on a Saber and nets the kill. But it looks like that might not be done. Just trying to rank control the wave.
Okay, Doubtful's back down here. Helicopter's just like, I don't think you wanted to stick around here, my friend. Yassuo going in, looking to chase him down, grabs the kill. Is it going to be the third one? Stunt trying to stand and fight. Barely misses out on being able to take Mo down. Throws out the Winds of War, but they do not strike true. It is a double kill for Mo. Yes, he finally dies there at the very end. Saber with that long-range shot gets him.
Oh man, that is a huge win for Team Yassuo. Not only do they get the kill on a Saber, they're able to follow up on the kill on a Nunu as well. And the teleport from Quantum. Just to end that one.
And back up here on the top side, Cookie Man and Autolycus again trading the blows. I believe I was informed by production we have a replay of the first blood, so let's roll that back and see how we found Saber underneath the turret.
That must have been a beautiful hook. Remember, if Saber doesn't put himself in a position to get hooked, this is just a net win on the side of Team Stunt. Doesn't happen, though. Just a great look from Helicopter to get that hook. Only questionable moment was when Doubtful ended up looking to roll that big... What the heck?
Well, we got ourselves another kill here in the mid lane. We've got both mid laners dead. Now Master Fiend's eating a lot of damage, but Autolycus will be the next one to drop. Helicopter taking the kill on that. 5 kills in 5 minutes for Team Yassuo. Did I say 5? I meant 6. Cookie Man that one too.
This is looking like a different Team Yassuo. They are looking much stronger on the same page. But it's a little, if you want to be able to catch those, you have to have an opponent that's throwing a lot of random, passes at you.
Oh boy.
Saber. Okay.
Little unlucky. Nobody saw that, Mo. Nobody saw that.
Definitely wasn't on stream.
Nope. Not on the stream at any point in time. Cookie Man walking it right back up into the top lane here. Gets the ulti, immediately pops the feast on a minion. Remember, Cho'Gath is allowed to get 6 free feast stacks off of minions before he has to start eating dragons and barons and enemy champions for more stacks.
Yeah, so I think he's in a really good position. And even with that aberration bot lane, that will mean that that's going to be a dragon going over to Team Stunt, unless if Master Fiend finds something.
Master Fiend looking to maybe be able to steal this one away. Lots of control over the pit here for Team Stunt. Quantum just chasing Master Fiend out. Yes, there's a blast cone ready to go. Dragon's down to about 1,500. Yasuo might just shoot some bullets over the wall trying to steal it, but that's Nunu, man. You don't just steal objectives from Nunu.
I was about to say, I hope he's not going to do anything rash trying to steal from a Nunu consume smite.
Yeah,
that's not going to be the case.
That is some foolishness. Peckinwolf with a stolen gore drinker active. Probably not going to get a ton of value out of that one as a Zoe. Generally not where you would want to position yourself. Fires off the Sleepy Trouble bubble, but there's no trouble to be found. Peckinwolf will just walk it right back mid.
Had a free window, so he's just going to go straight back mid and deal with that. But you're right. I mean, at least that gives him access to Nimbus Cloak. But that's about it, man. You hate to see it.
Yeah, it's not going to do much else than that. All right. Back here in mid lane. Remember, it's the count to 16 game with Kassadin. Once he hits level 16, you stop having fun if you're on the other team. So Quantum at 7 out of 16 here, continuing to scale up. He's about one wave behind, but you expect Kassadin to fall behind early on.
I was about to say, I got to actually, even though we don't see the runes, what we see is an Electrocute and we see Biscuits. So it's actually not going to be Nimbus Cloak. He's not in the sorcery tree from Zoe. Usually, you do have that because of the added ability of having Nimbus Cloak, but in this case, I think he's more comfortable having the burst of Electrocute and the sustain elsewise. So it's very rare for me to see that.
Okay, Quantum still here, still farming up. Peckinwolf will just absolutely blast down those caster minions, get those off the table. We already have the first Drake of the game that was picked up for Team Stunt, and now Doubtful is continuing to move around the map on this Nunu, controlling the objective game. Exactly what you want to see this pick do.
Hell yeah. Like, this is great. I mean, if you're at this point of the game, 8 minutes in, Kassadin is even with the Zoe at this stage. You're set up to succeed. I'm really liking this now. I wonder where's Doubtful going to end up putting this Rift Herald.
Okay, he has all the time in the world to think about it because even if he uses the full 4 minutes, he'll get plates no matter what. Helicopter finding the pull onto Stunt, as now they're bringing some more pain to the table. Saber's down to half HP. Stunt's wanting to run away. True Shot Barrage finds the mark. Goodbye, Stunt. Saber can't do anything except run away on that one, and Team Yasuo gets kill number 7.
Getting into a snowball, every single time I'm singing the praises of what's happening on the side of Team Stunt's top side. Nah, like, Yasuo and Helicopter are performing right now.
Okay, Ornn ulti comes through. Cookie Man eating that one. Doubtful's looking for a bit more damage, but man, you can't be sticking around underneath the turret. That Cho'Gath ulti would be able to execute someone if it was up, but Cookie Man is prioritizing using that on the creeps for now, getting those stacks, so doesn't quite have that counter punch ready to go here just yet.
Yeah, good luck to the Nunu Ornn trying to get the kill onto the Cho'Gath. Yeah, unless if he's in a really bad position. I mean, he's going to come out alive for that one. And I don't think they're going to be placing Rift Herald either for gold. So I think he's going to hold down to that. I think it's smart to hold on to it for Dragon. Throw it mid lane. Not only do you get gold onto your Kassadin, but also you get priority for the next drag.
Okay, Peckinwolf, just pick up that blue. There you go. The power of Ivern, man. Double the buffs. Cookie Man running away here. Doubtful going after him. Cookie Man still doesn't have that ulti cooldown ready to go. Finds the rupture on Nunu. Quantum can't close the distance in time. So they're just going to walk it off. But they do force Cookie Man away and get his flash.
Yeah, he lost the wave for that. I don't know why he went into his own jungle. He knows that's not in his side of the map, and he knows that Kassadin is on patrol. So questionable there, but in the end of the day, he still has a pretty sizable CS advantage over the Ornn.
Okay, Ornn, man, but he's always Ornn at the end of the day, Raz. He still comes back. He still enchants your mythic items. Remember that with the item rework, they got rid of the abomination of balance that was Ornn's previous upgrades. Why the hell was Sunfire Cape and Abyssal Mask both worth 1,800 gold when everything else was worth 1,000? I don't know. It was really bad, and I'm glad they got rid of it. All the items are worth about 1,000 now, so we can easily track that value. Stunt's having to run away, disengage a little bit. Nautilus ulti chasing him down. There's your Sleepy Trouble. Where's the bubble? Here comes Nunu throwing in the snowball just to make sure they're able to disengage.
Yeah, play's gonna fizzle, and they're also just really low in mana, so honestly it wouldn't be a good decision even if they got a knock-up or something like that to follow up on that one.
Okay, Quantum, gotta be careful here. Doesn't want to get locked down. Still scaling up on the Kassadin. Level 9 now, feeling good. But it's not until you really hit that level 11 that you're feeling really comfortable on the champion. Then again, level 16 is where you're just OP.
Wolf has double flash, so he should not be concerned at all here, as you can see, using that fake flash to get into position. And they're doing it. Dragon's coming up in 20 seconds. They're using the Rift Herald, and Quantum's trying to get in range. Can't. They're forcing him off.
Okay, well, they get the Rift Herald. Rift Herald's only going to be 2 plates. Honestly, that's pretty much the minimum expectation. So Team Yassuo is perfectly happy with that.
Yeah, you know, the game is slowing down. They have a huge advantage on Yasuo and Helicopter. If they were to fight, and by the way, I think probably even using Rift Herald on the next wave would be a little better, because then there's going to be a new wave that comes, and that's the wave that you're going to fight on. So Yasuo's team gets in position, and a new dragon.
Okay, the dragon's taken down. Tie those up 1-1. It'll be an Infernal Rift this time around. Remember that Infernal Rifts favor champions who don't have dashes in their kit because they remove more of the terrain. So that just means more avenues for Nunu to roll them snowballs.
And also just so good for poke comps. So from the Ezreal Zoe side, that poke from Zoe is going to land. At least you have Ornn and Nunu to be able to tank a little bit of that. But if they're not going to be in position and it's going to go landing on straight on Saber, who's been having a rough game really early on, though he has 2 kills, just having some rough moments, then yeah, easy team fight win for you.
I believe that chat said something towards the end of one of the other games about how Saber has been feeling sick today. So I think that he's struggling with some IRL difficulties here as well, trying to tough it out and tank it through this event.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that makes it tougher, man. It's so hard to play League of Legends when you're not feeling great to begin with. But speaking about feeling great, Merc Treads feel great against Team Yasuo's comp. They do so much against everybody not named Ezreal. And that's why you see 4 players on Team Stunt already having those completed.
You know what? If Team Stump ends up taking this win, this is definitely Jordan on Kaisa. He's literally performing on that flu game. Burning up and still able to perform.
That's the type of top-tier competitor, man, that can really make the difference in the game. Cookie Man, 5 stacks on Cho'Gath. He's turning into a big boy. But will he be large enough to make sure they can win these big fights? Less than 1,000 gold separating our teams, Raz, and only 30 seconds left of turret plating. Autolycus bringing down the Ornn horn up here. Cookie Man gonna get hit twice with the brittle. Nobody's around to help Autolycus. This is just him flexing.
Yeah, just trying to chunk him out. He still has teleport. Might be able to actually cheat a teleport advantage. So if he pushes in this next wave, Cho'Gath is having a rough time. Maybe Cho'Gath's going to have to TP. I want to see if that's a cannon minion wave. Either way, he's just trying to get an advantage up there with that. And let's see if he ends up doing it.
Okay. Peckinwolf with... What even is that active?
What? Peckinwolf? Oh, yeah. Snap. I've literally never seen it before.
What is that thing?
What?
What? Is it
All
like
right, we're going to have...
What?
Our third caster is going to have to say something about this. Chat, if you guys know what the hell that icon is. I play Zoe too. I play a lot of Zoe. I've never seen that.
I know you play a lot of Zoe. That's why I'm asking you.
Rocket Belt?
It's the wrong color.
That doesn't even look like it. Am I just stupid? What's happening here?
No, dude, that thing is the wrong color. It's got a red background. How is that a proto belt?
All right, guys. All right. I guess the entire chat's acting like they all know it at the same time. No, you just saw the first comment. You're copying it and you're copy pasting that comment.
Yeah, that does not look like, even with the current item art, that does not look accurate. There's too much red on that background.
All right, well, here I am.
Okay. Well, I still think that that's not the right art, and I'm going to die on that hill. Anyway, Rift Herald's going to die in this pit, and that means Team Yasuo picking themselves up another objective here. The gold has equalized, despite the fact that they got the kill lead. Mo and Saber in this 1v1. Nicely done! Mo outplays him and slays him. He grabs the kill. He will die to Stunt afterwards, but good stuff from the Ezreal.
Man, you know what? Yasuo, you might want to permanently lock yourself as an AD carry. It seems like you've got it, man. He's performing. This guy, he has all those Yasuo tendencies of taking those 1v1s, and he ends up coming out ahead with that one. Though he ends up dying because of his support difference. It happens, guys. But well done.
Okay. All right, my friends. This top lane tier 1 turret's looking pretty rough here for Cookie Man. Autolycus is putting plenty of damage into that thing. And Cookie Man will keep it alive for now. Does have that Frostfire, whatever the blue thing is called. And that means that Cho'Gath gets to scale the most important stat in the game, Raz, and that is how big he is. He
Ooh.
gets to multiply size multipliers from his item with size multipliers on his ulti, and eventually he becomes the size of a house.
He's chonky. He can turn into what's that called again? Oh man, I've locked myself into it. Basically, get into a team fight, hide yourself under this Cho'Gath's body, and don't get hit, because that he is too large. All right.
Hell yeah. Okay, so checking in, Quantum is now level 12 out of 16, has that level 2 ulti, much lower cooldown than the level 1 version. So Quantum is ready to fight, man. Has his Everfrost ready, stacking up his tier. We got our third Drake of the game spawning now with the first two, one going to either side. That means we're on even footing coming into this part of the game. Horn comes out. Is he going to get much value? Going after Master Fiend. Doubtful, providing a little bit of extra damage, but now he's in trouble. Galio ulti coming up, coming down. Doubtful's already dead, and Cookie Man is the one getting paid for it. Helicopter disengaging. Stunt with a flash away. Autolycus with a flash away. Peckinwolf with a follow into the kill. Quantum has realized the fight is lost. He's back in the mid lane farming up. Stunt's going to be 300 more gold here for Peckinwolf. Double kill on the Zoe, and Team Yassuo takes the fight.
That was initially a good idea from Team Stunt, because they were in position and they thought they would be able to get the fight. But it's so hard going into an Ivern comp, multiple shields, the protection that Ezreal has to be able to just chuck out Qs while being in a safe distance. It was just hard honestly for Quantum and Saber to do damage to the front line.
Oh man, this honestly, based on what I was hearing coming into this matchup, I was expecting Team Stunt to look really, really good, considering Team Mo is 1-3. But they're fighting back lovely in this game right now. As soon as I say it, I curse him, and Yasuo ends up getting picked off. But we got ourselves a real contest here in this game, Raz.
Yeah, I mean, Mo gives you one, it happens, but this is just really good team fighting from Team Yasuo overall. Peckinwolf in the very initially didn't do too much damage, he just wasn't able to. So when the Galio ultimate came down, I was like, okay, this looks fine, like positioning wise for Team Stunt. But Ezreal and specifically Master Fiend being able to play Ivern, it's really putting up numbers.
Okay, the Ivern 0-6, Moonstone Renewer completed. Remember that because Ivern just builds support items, his full build costs about $3.50 plus a McDonald's coupon. So this guy's going to have items faster than everybody else in the game, essentially. He's able to farm, he buys cheap items. These items are also super effective in 5v5 team fighting. Ivern's shielding, his healing, his support capabilities are top-notch.
Yeah, so instantly you're seeing the Serpent's Fang come out from Saber.
I like it.
If he's dealing with the front line, he needs to be able to punch through that shield, so it's a really good idea.
Okay, having the Serpent's Fang, and remember, Serpent's Fang is not just the thing where it was originally, where it just does bonus damage to shields. Current Serpent's Fang is, if you have not been marked by it and it hits you, it reduces all shields on you by 50%, and it stops any future shielding for the next 3 seconds from being applied at full, reduces all those by 50% as well. So as long as you are being attacked by a person who has Serpent's Fang, all shields on you are only half value. It provides a ton up against something like an Ivern who has that low cooldown shield that he's able to spam on allies.
Yeah, especially since the way the fights end up playing it. So the application of it is really good. The shields are coming onto the people who are taking the most damage. Helicopter was getting shielded. Of course, like the Nautilus will have a very natural inbuilt shield as well. So makes it easier now for Saber. If he wants to go into the back line, easy. But a lot of the times he's just punching at the the Nautilus, and he's trying to find a way in.
Okay, third caster chat has pointed out it is 25% shield reduction as a ranged champion. I only play Skarner. I can't remember the last time I played a ranged champion. Literally, it had to have been back in Season 4 or something. So I completely forgot that ranged champions have reduced values. That's my bad. Thank you, chat. So Saber won't quite have that half reduction on the shields, but still being able to reduce them is going to have a lot of value here for him, as Yasuo will take down the second turret of the game for his team. And we got a team fight back in the mid lane too, as Saber tries to use the killer instinct, getting himself away. Master Fiend drops over, and it's a 1-for-0 play so far for the side of Team Stunt. Cookie Man's getting run down here, goes for the Rupture to buy a little bit of extra time. Nunu ulti getting channeled, plenty of damage coming down. Doubtful walks away. The burn is still ticking. Can he stay alive? No. Peckinwolf taking that one. But with Peckinwolf being shut down, that's looking pretty gnarly as well. Helicopter gets the kill into Quantum. We got ourselves almost another trade. Stunt dies too. It is 4 for 3. Holy cow, what a fight.
Oh, what a banger. And it starts where Saber initially looks like he's out of position, plays it so damn well, ulties back into a proper spot and flashes over a wall so like he couldn't get caught. That was a really nice fight overall from Team Stunt to put themselves back into the game.
Nice stuff there. The gold's still close. These guys know they're ready to fight. It doesn't matter about the kills. Quantum here on the Kassadin. He's got, what is that, 50 more gold than his opponent in Peckinwolf. Despite the fact that Peckinwolf is 4-2-3 versus 1-2-2, Quantum has more farm. Quantum's team also has more turrets, so he's got more global gold like that. Kassadin is in a great spot moving forward. 2 more levels to go.
That's the natural thing. Whenever you're going up against an Echo or a Kassadin in this specific instance, you just have more access to the waves, side lane waves. Zoe ain't going to touch that. She doesn't want to deal with that at all. So she's going to be sharing experience with Ezreal more frequently. As you can see, the experience advantage is there from the Kassadin as well. It's just naturally how it's going to go.
Okay, so Saber 6-2-1 here on the Kai'Sa. Very fed, had the blue trinket to spot out Team Yassuo as they tried to sneak a very early Baron. 30 seconds until the Drake. It's a 2-1 lead so far here for Team Yassuo. They'd love to extend that up to 3.
Yeah, still a positional advantage here for Team Yassuo here. Have to be worried about Zoe, though she's in view right now. After they push this wave, they're just going to dip down towards Dragon. 20 seconds left. See what Nunu can accomplish.
Rolls it towards Yassuo, won't find a whole lot. Doubtful's in a bad spot now. Uses the ulti, grabbing the shield, trying to stay alive. Saber with the damage. He's after Peckinwolf, looking for a little bit more. Quantum's already down, but the follow-up is coming through. Saber's unstoppable with a kill on the enemy mid laner. Helicopter's in retreat. Despite the fact that it's a 1-for-1, it's Team Stunt on the aggro, but they gotta be respectful of Yassuo and Cookie Man. Saber's still at about half HP. Nunu's coming in there with the snowball, throws him up into the air, but the damage is not provided. Cookie Man continues marching forward. Can't quite lock anybody down just yet. Saber being alive stops this from being more of a chase.
Man, the initial fight looked so good for Saber, but there's just way too many members up on from Team Yasuo's side, and they're going to be able to take the third dragon. Yeah,
Quantum just fell over. He jumps into the fight. He's not able to stay alive. Notice how, despite the fact that he has Cosmic Drive, and yes, I'm sure it's the right item this time because it doesn't have...
Yeah, we got it.
Everfrost and the Tear. None of these items really have defensive power to them. Yes, Everfrost can buy you some time or whatever, but that's not really what you're using it for on Kassadin. There's no stopwatch. There's no Zhonya's. When he goes in, there's no going out.
And so that's why, you know, Kassadin in a team fight, really difficult. A lot of people, like Cho'Gath specifically, is just going to be holding his silence for when Kassadin comes in. It is so impactful to do that, and you can just dump utility on top of him. That's what makes Kassadin difficult here. So play it slow. I thought it was a good fight from Team Stunt initially to start the fight in open ground. So you don't, you know, lose the wave mid, they go into Fog of War for Dragon, and then what are you going to do, right? So I thought it was still a great idea. At the end of the day, it's still a tough fight versus what Team Yasuo has to offer.
Yeah, and Team Yasuo himself, 6-4-4 here on the Ezreal, just completed his third item. We've got the Muramana, we've got the Essence Reaver, we've got the Serelda's Grudge. This dude is ready to bring some damage here to the team fights.
All right, here we go. I mean, at this point, they're just sending members through mid. I need Kassadin to be on side lane. Put him bot lane. You know, Baron is up and available. You can play a Baron game while you're doing it, but they're just sending full members. With how messy, or at least how kind of chaotic this game has been, it's been understandable.
The Stunt walks over the Sleepy Trouble bubble. Saber is able to steal away the enemy red buff. Ornhorn used. Yasuo gets away there with the Arcane Shift. So it's red buff, nothing else. Honestly, the fight just fizzles.
Yeah, there's nothing to play for. We on the bot side of the map, throwing in resources. Understandably, 3 minutes until Dragon, but I want Team Stunt to just get Vision topside. I think they have to respect what you can do on Baron with Kai'Sa. Oh my!
Holy cow! Saber just destroys Yasuo there. Now with a follow-up, will he end up dying? Yes. Peckinwolf's able to provide the damage. Both AD carries are out of the picture, but with Peckinwolf dead, there's just no cannons left on the side of Team Yasuo. You've got a Cho'Gath and an Ivern and a Nautilus, and none of these dudes can kill nothing, so they have to back up a little bit further. Man,
that was a playmaking mindset from Saber. Remember, he's burning up. He is not feeling well today, but he's still just focused and ready to look for a play here.
That is Chad AD carry gameplay. I've said it before here on Twitch Rivals, and I'm going to say it again. There's 2 types of AD carries. There's a guy who goes, wham, my roll's too weak, and goes and makes a really shitty Reddit post that gets 53% upvoted. And then there's people like Saber, who just dive in 1v2, kill the enemy carry, and then just sit back and enjoy the glory. This dude is fun to watch on the Marksman picks.
And Zoe died through that as well, so it's just something you have to be aware of. If you're solo mid, like Ezreal is right now, you can get followed. Kai'Sa is ready to look for an assassination through, of course, like either if she lands W, or if you see Galio's right now mid lane, if you can find a flash E, something like that. At the end of the day, you just have to be concerned about being on the wave alone.
Okay, so Mo knows now, despite the fact that he's having a good game here on the Ezreal, that Kai'Sa, if she hits that Void Seeker, goodbye. See you later, man. That is just not a situation he wants to be a part of. Not when she has the Gale Force powered up with that Mythic bonus, ready to hunt him down. We got our dragon spawning in about 90 seconds. Remember, it is soul point for the side of Team Yassuo. They get one more of these, man. That's an Infernal Soul. And when you got a poke-heavy composition already, oh, never mind. We don't even have time for this. Peckinwolf's taken down. Saber's grabbing the first kill. Yasuo's trying to get himself away, but Master Fiend's about to die now, too. Quantum barely getting away, barely staying alive. Cookie Man killing off Saber. Master Fiend continuing to walk away here. The carries are not available. Team Stunt is overcommitted. Team Yasuo got the punish. Quantum is not there, and Saber is already dead. Team Yasuo, they take a 3-for-1, and they're marching onto the Baron.
Insane. Saber comes out with a huge assassination on Peckinwolf, and they think that's the go signal. But you got an Ivern, a thick Cho'Gath, and Yasuo who's just ready to just blow you down. That was insane, and now look, they're turning.
Okay, Quantum, he's at least got his stopwatch. He's just buying time. Him and Stunt, their job isn't to win the fight. Their job is to get enough time that their opponents aren't able to take the Baron. Stunt likely to die here. Okay, he's gone. Master Fiend at 300 HP. Yasuo below half. The mission was accomplished. Baron does not go over to Team Yasuo.
Yeah, but they're basing on time to be on the map at the same time as Team Stunt. So Baron right now is not going to be on the table, but Dragon is. I don't think Team Yasuo will be there on time for this. Even a TP from the Ornn.
Yep, I like the fact they're investing the TP here. It makes a lot of sense. You cannot allow them to have the Infernal Souls so easily on champions like Ezreal and Zoe. It turns the poke from difficult into just way too much, and that means that the Infernal focus is there in time, and the Drake is secured by Team Stun.
All right, there we go. Not only were they able to stop them on the Baron, but also just good enough on tempo, get back on the map first, pick up that Dragon, and now it's going to be Team Yasuo. It's like, okay, well, we're delayed on our win condition again. Let's see if we can go for a Baron. Remember, they have Cho'Gath, so in terms of just smite power, they should come out ahead.
Yeah, they got the Cho'Gath, and their opponents also don't have the blue trinket. Saber's blue trinket is on cooldown, so they won't be able to have that long-range check potential. Quantum level 15 here on the Kassadin. Team Stunt would love to have him level 16 before they go for another big fight. Ornhorn's not getting followed up on just yet.
Yeah, if you use Ornhorn like that, there's no one that's going to be there for the follow-up. And now you just are without an ultimate. This team wants to fight you. They're going to pull you in.
Okay, Quantum's level 16. Quantum killed enough minions to get that critical level 16 point over there in the mid lane. Baron is still being taken down. Baron is still being focused. Doubtful's here on the front. Nautilus ulti coming through. Quantum's ready to go. Saber silenced, but he's still able to auto-attack here. Alicopter providing the zoning opportunities. Auto-like is moving himself back away. Quantum is dead. Level 16 be damned. The enemy mid laner's out of the picture, and Team Yasuo's right back into the Baron.
Yeah, I mean, this feels like it's it. Ornn has to go back to, and you send in the new pack. And it looks like it's going to be a free Baron here for Team Yasuo.
Okay, nice stuff. Team Yasuo, man, looking to get their second win here in this competition, and they really want it.
I feel like their game plan, how they want to fight, has been executed perfectly. Even with the picks that happened, like the pick on Yasuo a few times, the pick on Peckinwolf, when they want to play for an objective, they know how to set up for it. They're on the map first, and even if Team Stunt gets a pick on anybody, it's just too hard of a comp to really deal with if you're a Kassadin and a Kai'Sa at this stage of the game.
All right, Team Yasuo, let's see what they get with the Baron. They've got 3 minutes until that Drake spawns, and they can try to contest for that soul once again. Let's see. Is anybody going to get caught out here? No, it doesn't look like Stunt's in any real trouble. Our Kassadin friend. The thing is, for Quantum, though, yes, you're level 16, but considering how hard he's been focused in all these fights and the fact that his stopwatch is now broken, he does not have the hourglass completed yet, he's in a pretty hard spot if he jumps in at the wrong time here in the next fight.
Yeah, the game's just been too chaotic, so he hasn't even had the opportunity to just fully farm inside lane like he would have wanted to. So now he's in a pretty stuck position. You have to answer to them, so you don't want to lose double inhib in a situation like this. So when are they gonna fight? It feels too hard.
And man, Stunt is level 11 in this game. The next closest is both junglers and the enemy support that are all 3 levels above him. Stunt is not exactly the tanky kind of a Galio that you want rushing to save the day with the ulti, as now the bottom lane inhibitor will fall apart. Team Yassuo takes that one for free.
All right, minion wave's pretty far off mid lane. I don't know if they want to go for that one as well and try for a second inhibitor, but I think they've already gotten the job done. Next Baron that comes up, that's a bot lane inhibitor down. It's the most valuable one.
Okay, Baron will spawn in still 4 minutes to go. It's a way away. So we've got 90 seconds until that Infernal Soul. Look at Cookie Man, over 5,000 health on this Cho'Gath. Scaling up. His health bar is big. His size is big. He's taller than a building now. Has the Thorn Mail for active application of grievous wounds. Force of nature to survive some of the AP damage heading towards him. This Cho'Gath is scary, man.
Yeah, he's insane. I don't think anyone can take him down. Just flatly put that out there. Yeah, I think he's untouchable. At least the Zhonya's finally has been purchased from Quantum, so he has a little bit more of a playmaking. If he gets in there, he still has the ability to get out.
Also, worth pointing this out, I don't know if you guys in Twitch chat are trolling or not, or if this is like cast no boots, but I'm assuming that at least one person is probably curious about this for real. Ezreal is one of the few champions that you can do a no mythic build on. Usually, people will prioritize Serelda's Grudge, Muramana, Essence Reaver, all these items that are deemed more important. Yasuo in some trouble here, jumping back away. Sometimes you'll see something like a Duskblade come online a little bit later once you already have so many items completed that the mythic passive bonus gives you a ton of value. But in general, Ezreal as a champion does not derive as much from a mythic item as other AD carries or other champions do.
Yeah, naturally, like, it's funny. Every single time there's a champion that benefits from, like, a Duskblade. There are a few, like GP, that still is able to utilize it well. But yeah, he really immediately realized that going tier build into Muramana is just much more effective. So I think that's just like a definitely, not only is it the meta build, but it's just the best one. Okay, wait a minute.
They're just going to dogpile down mid lane. Here we go. Make it a 2-inhib game. Nobody's ready to fight back here yet. Saber's going to take down the Infernal Drake, so at least they won't give over an Infernal Soul. But you're trading away third Drake for an inhib. These next 5 minutes are going to hurt, Raz.
Yeah, it's the investment from Team Stunt, hoping that Team Yasuo messes up with 2 inhibs down. But Team Yasuo, like I said earlier, you can just play towards Baron. Now you have bot and mid inhib that really need to be dealt with super minion waves coming through and through, while Baron is just going to be there soon enough. So pretty rough stuff here from Team Stunt.
This is a tough spot to play League of Legends from, man. One bad fight and it's over. They can just walk it into the base, use those super minions, run you down. We got under 2 minutes till the Baron is alive. That one is going to obviously be the target for Team Yasuo. We've seen how they're using the brushes that Ivern's able to summon up to give them that extra bit of advantage, make their opponents keep guessing that much more. Looking back, here's something good for Team Stunt. They've got the Zhonya's Hourglass completed on Kassadin.
Yep.
He should be able to jump in and keep himself alive a bit better now.
Yep, the Zhonya's from him, the LDR now from Saber. So let's just say, because we've had a long day with a lot of back and forths, if a mistake is made from Team Yasuo, if the Baron isn't picked up when, if they make a mistake around that, then that's a very easy swing now back to Team Stunt with Infernal Dragon being their focus. If they can get this, obviously it's an Infernal Soul for either team.
Okay. Let's see, man. That last Drake could mean so much. After the last game that we got between Tyler and Ioki, now we get this game between Yasuo and Stunt. We really are getting the best games reserved for the end of the day here, Raz.
Absolutely. I love the fact that these games are just such a toss-up.
Okay, here's your, this could be a game-ending push if it goes well for him. True Shot Barrage fired out here. Cookie Man, Yasuo, Peck, and Wolf, everybody's here ready to go. Cookie Man, he ain't scared. He knows if they try to initiate on him. Wait, Mo, what are you doing? That's Cho'Gath's job. Now here comes the fight. Saber's into the back, damage coming down. Yasuo's gone. What in the hell was that positioning? I'm talking about Cho'Gath being on the front line with 5,000 health, and Mo says, nope, it's time for the Mo'Gath. And that is not how you do a team fight. Quantum is on the chase. Master Fiend is a target. 3 for nothing. In a situation that looked doomed, it's Team Stunt coming out on top.
Man really thought there were 2 Jogats on the scene. he thought he was another monster. But that's the mistake we were talking about. Baron now taken from Team Stunt. Dragon Soul is now going to be fought for in 2 minutes. This is the swing that Team Yassuo did not want to see.
Team Yassuo, they lose the Baron, they lose the team fight, they lose control over the game. Here comes Saber. Icathian Rain is a real nasty spell sometimes. One more bullet in the back. And now, that's actually even more valuable than killing Peck and Wolf in the team fight, because now the respawns are staggered. Now, even after Cookie Man comes back to life now, you've still got another 45 seconds without 5 men on the map.
All right, let's see how much gold. 2,000 gold on the Casadonia. What are you picking up, man? Let me see the items. This is what I live for. 2,000 now, and just gone straight from the bank account. He's purchased something.
We'll see what it is here in just a moment. Void Staff, and he's ready to go. Saber's already going in. Yassuo dead yet again as Saber finds the killer instinct time and time again. You wouldn't believe that this man's feeling sick today. You wouldn't believe that this dude is having some physical troubles going into the game because he is playing like a madman. 14 out of 18 of his team's kills, and Team Stunt is marching down mid lane looking for the win. Quantum using the Zonias, keeping himself safe, keeping himself alive. Mid lane inhibitor falls. Saber pouring the damage into Cookie Man's health bar. There's a lot of it there, but he's getting rid of it very quickly. They'll turn their focus over onto the Nexus turrets now. Both of them down to about half HP, splitting their focus a bit. There's your sleep on the doubtful. Oh, goodbye, Cookie Man. These boys ain't hungry for dessert. They want the whole damn meal. And Team Stunt, with the come-from-behind win, takes down Team Yassuo.
16, 4, and 4. He was literally sick in every sense of the word. Like he was the illest person on the map.
Brought a Saber to a gunfight and made them all look foolish. This man is the real deal here on AD Carry.
Mo, what you doing? Why are you a choke at? You were doing so good. I was gonna be right. I even put channel points on it, but no. We'll just go the other way. Stunt.
Bad few days for Mo. You know, he definitely played.